We're just gonna jump right in. The first few attempts while my internet's being a piece of shit don't matter anyway, am I right? I'm right, of course I'm right. I am going to change some stuff. Yeah, I'll take this off. I want... this. Have I decided what gameplay after? I have decided on a list of games that I am going to try to play as many of them as I can. Thunderbolts. No, it is not. I'm going to experiment with a couple of other people on the list at some point. We need to swap that. Got 73 rune arcs. I will probably use them. Oh. Blood loss occurs. This might be good to use. Sparks. Temporary state of fervor. Raising maximum attack power and stamina while also increasing damage. Oh, okay. Expensive mobility and lightning resistance. That's interesting. Huh. What does this use? Yeah, let's load up on those. It's just a pot full of rocks. I make these. And I can make this. Yes. Let's make why will it only let me make 40? Oh, because it uses 5 row of fruit per. Okay. Let's make 20. And oh, this at least uses rata fruit. I can't make many of these because of scorpion livers. Let's just make the max. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna use every stupid jackass trick in the book that I have against this guy. And I'm just gonna try to wipe the floor with him. No holds barred. Heavy holy damage. Mesmer fire grease. What's this? Oh, right. What do we think? Should we get greasy with it? I can make plenty of these Dragon Bolt greases. Yeah, fuck it. Let's make like 12 of those. We got golden grease. Let's make a few of those. Blood loss and scarlet rot. I have some freezing grease already from the base game. Okay. I think these are for... I don't know why... Yeah, I guess I don't know... I've never tried the drawstring. Is it faster? Oh, it's faster. It's faster, but you get a smaller amount of time with it. I don't know why they did that. I assumed these were intended to be used on bows. It doesn't really matter. Okay, I made a bunch of bullshit. Let's equip it. Put those on. And we'll put those on. And these. And we'll start with these and see how good it is. I'm pretty much full. Yeah. And I'm going to try Oga instead of Lutel, because Lutel was getting his shit rocked. I don't need the torch. I don't need these. See if I can get some bulkier equipment on. Prioritize holy resistance. Can I sort by that? Resistance. Oh, I see. That's the right-hand side. I want damage negation. .1 on Tree Sentinel. .5. It might just be full Tree Sentinel. It is too heavy. Shit. I gotta be real close. Ooh, okay. I gotta drop 3 pounds. Oh, crazy. It's kind of a fit, though. The boots don't match super well. The boots and the gloves don't match super well, but it kind of works. I think I'm gonna rock it. I have like kind of the... It's quite min-maxy on the holy resist. It's about as good as I'm gonna get.
Onward unto death. Die like a nail hammered into a coffin.
What's my foot doing? Great video game. I am coming to get you. Okay, so Olga, flesh, and then hold on. Can I just want to swap those. So these are like, I've got buff items after Olga, and then 2 damage items that I hope will help. And I know I could summon other players or homies, but I think for now I'm just gonna run it raw with what I got and see what happens. I'll pop this, and I'll pop this, and go through the door. Oh, can you only have one? Hey, buddy. I'm back, but you didn't expect to see me again. After the absolute thrashing you gave me last time. Nice. Okay. Phase 2. Kind of want to watch this again, because I only saw it the one time.
Lord brother. At long last you are returned.
He's not floating, he's walking.
Tarnished one. Aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin, if you grieve for this world, then yield the path forward to us. To I, Nicola, and my promised consort, Radahn.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh, get away from those. Get away from those. Let me far away from those. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, I need to heal. I need to heal. Oh, that's a grab.
I promise you 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
No. What the hell? Block those. We block those. Okay, that sucked. Okay, I can just kind of tank both of those. Oh, goodness. Holy shit. Oh, okay. I don't know what the fuck that just was. Shit. Bad. Bad. Oh, you fucker. He had me up against the... I was so far away. He had my ass up against the wall, man. I had so much aggro, too. I cannot believe after all that he was still attacking me. Okay. I think the plan was honestly working. Okay, well, there goes my buff. Get his ass. Oh, he's just melting. Yeah, that's my fault. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. Holy shit. I'm so far away I can't help. No, Olga, you did so much. Okay, there we go. Alright, we'll skip this time. Oh, I'm right next to him. Okay. 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 Did I not? Oh, I didn't set the tree magic. Yeah, we we're just gonna block that every time. Mostly because I don't even know how it expects me. Oh, that's...
I promise you.
It's huggy time.
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Come on. Dodge one of those. Oh.
Lord of the old
Oh, that's...
order.
This is gonna get worse
Let us
for
go
me.
together.
This is gonna get worse for me, I see. He's got other die. Oh, that just killed me, didn't it? Yep, I died. If he grabs you twice, it's GG. Heart stolen. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, you get an emote for it, though. That was worth, actually. That was actually so worth it. Okay. I gotta get away from Ogre. God damn, that moved to hell. Fortunately, it doesn't do that much damage. Oh, okay. Ah. Oh. Oh, I rolled that way too early. Oh, okay, yep, caught me. Caught me there. Can you fuck off for a second? Hey, buddy! What about my friend over there? He sure is attacking you a lot. Nope, it's me again. Okay. Yeah. I'm just at a dead sprint when this motherfucker catches me with his sword. God, that is unreal. Olga, have you shot this motherfucker in a while? Can you please do that? Can't even, like, there is not even really a way to outrange him. Nice. I like that attack. Ah. Okay. My message was appraised. Does Oka even know we're fighting? Remember that one time where we staggered him? Good times. Oh, fuck off, game. Too early, actually. That hit me over my block? I have one heal left. This is not the run. Yep. Yeah, fair enough. Pot. I whiffed. I literally whiffed the pot throw. Oh, I'm so dead. Jesus Christ. I don't even know where Olga was that whole time. I don't even see him. Was he right in front of me? I couldn't see him. I couldn't see him anywhere. Oh, are you talking about the pot throw? Dude. If you've ever had any reason to think to yourself, like, maybe he's exaggerating how much of a fucking horseshit video game this is. Yeah, that's how you know. Oh, you can outrange it. Went for the Elden. You want to make up your mind on whether or not you're planning on comboing from me, please, sir. Alright, we got some aggro share. Praise be. And Ogo wasted his bubble already? I knew he was going to attack me. That guard break did so much damage. Fuck you! Oh my god, I gotta jump that or something. Shit. Okay, it's okay. We'll take a guard break. Those are gonna happen. Oh, not the huggies, though!
I promise you, 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Okay. Oh, I might be just dead. Oh, okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're not fine. Fuck off, dude. Okay, yep. The fact that that didn't kill me just now is a goddamn miracle. Oh, nope. How dare I even pursue that? No, I dodged!
Lord of the old order, let us go together.
I rolled. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I literally saw that coming from a mile away. That's horseshit. I disagree. I do need to remember, though, I haven't been using rune arcs. Yeah, fair enough. Both of our bubbles are just immediately launched. Oh, okay. I'll take that. God, I just don't even know what you're supposed to do against that. It puts you in such a crazy amount of stun lock. I'll admit that was greedy of me to try to get a hit in there. But it paid off, honestly. Yeah, it's the enchantment magic we already saw him use against other people, where he broke their wills and bent them to him. It's the same idea. Okay, that has a range. A couple of good hits in right out the gate. That was nice. Ah, too far away, dickhead. Alright, you know what? I deserve that. The roll! I was in the jump attack animation.
1,000-year voyage.
It's okay, you get one.
Compassion.
You get one, it's fine. Ouch. Ouch. Yep. Oh, no, I'm dead. Fuck. I should have waited to jump that. Damn. If I just would have pushed jump for a second there, I would have survived to heal. I think this is not too bad, actually. I think this is not too bad. I think we can get this done today. I really want to try. This might be silly of me. Just take Blessing of the Erdtree off. Why use a Blessing of... Oh, I need 70 faith. I don't have 70 faith. I was gonna try to get this out. Definitely don't have time to use that spell. We can just get rid of that one. Yeah, cannot use. What am I at? 57. We're not getting to 70. No, there's no way. Damn. Okay, well, then it doesn't matter. I mean... I have extra arcane. Don't I have a shit ton of runes? No, I have 0 runes. If you're talking about the ones that I have a single of each one, I don't even think if I used every single one of these, I would get more than maybe a level. Like, none of these are even this. The biggest one I have isn't even a 1/5 of a level, or it's about a 1/5 of a level, and they only get smaller from there. Combining all of these together might get me 1 level, and saying I have a shit ton of them, no, I have a 1 of each kind, which is not a shit ton. If I had like 50 of these, we might have a different conversation, but I have 1, and 30,000 runes is 1. Not even 1/10 of a level. I need almost 400,000 runes to gain 1 level right now. So no, I don't. And I'm not hoarding them. I have 1 of each. I use them very often. Oh, I summoned Lutel and I said, well, howdy, Lutel. Good luck, buddy. This guy's a fucker. Oh, Nice teleport away, bud. Hit his ass. Oh, right next to him. I forgot to use a rune arc. Oh, he's on me. Retail help! Oh, the range on that is insane.
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Alright, we got on that, that's fine. Retail's tanking. Okay, Retail's dead. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to use Retail this. He just gets owned. Fuck. I just get owned. No. No huggies. Where are you supposed to roll for that? You must have to roll early so that you can get a second roll. That's insane. I'm going to hold off on the consumables for now. Except for these. I have a lot of these. I'm gonna keep these. I didn't trust myself to dodge it and survive. What's it gonna be, bud? Leave him alone! Oh, change targets quick there. Alright. I tanked some damage to get that hit, but whatever. Let me double sippy. Oh, nice job, dude. Excellent time to transition there. Alright, need to dodge these. Oh, okay. He came for me instead. It did not look like he was actually coming for me. Figured out how to dodge it. Not any of that, though. Holy shit. Oh, okay. Sure. Can we go find my friend? Where's my friend? Please stop. I'm dead. I just couldn't even outrun it. Where the fuck is my ally at? He's just standing there. Why? The arena's so big that you can't use certain summons? I think that when it teleports you to the center like that of the cutscene, I don't know that that's intentional. I like get no threat reduction when Olga just stands here at the fucking door, man. Jesus Christ, I did 1,600 damage. Yeah, I will do that. That's my fault. You literally just have to spam roll away from that in order to not get hit by it. Damn, I was hoping that was going to stagnate. Can't always. Sometimes you can just sprint that. Sometimes you can just sprint dodge it. Sometimes you can. Ouch! Oh my god! Boy! Save my boy! He's getting creamed out there! Oh, that was not ideal. Yo, nice. Okay, run away. Straight to Olga. Please, Olga, help me. Help. Help. Help me. Okay, we have ally helping. No help. No help. We need help. Oh, that's wild. Oh my god. He's still hitting me on the wall. Almost dodged past that. What a whiff. Ouch. Olga. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He's getting beat up. Olga. No. No, friend. Here, have a bubble. Oh.
I promise you.
He grabbed me.
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Hit his ass. Hit his ass. All right. Just me and you now, big guy. Fuck me. No, I can't summon more than once in a fight. Can't summon. You can't summon. Once you summon once, the only thing you can do is dismiss them, or they die, and then that's it. You only get one. Which is why it's so fucking disappointing when Olga's just stuck at the door and doing nothing. Because like, even if I dismiss him, it's like, well, it doesn't really help. So can I not use this on this anvil? I think maybe I can't. Is there some reason why? Oops. I don't know. Runark. Oh, what an attack. What an attack. Got the Healy Boy. Are we sprinting? We're sprinting. I see you, purple. Is assist mode activated? Oh my god, the range on that. Yep, I see purple. Oh no, don't. Not too much aggro. Not too much aggro. You can even stay alive for a little bit. The hug, man!
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
The hug is like almost the most annoying attack you could do. Too early. We're chilling. Oh, tell me careful. It hurts. It hurts when he does that. Oh, look at the fire stage. There you go. Get those hits in while he's distracted with that shit, King. Alright, I'm gonna bubble myself. I'll wait till heroically dies in the corner. Oh, okay. That has a pretty small range. Oh, he fucked off. Oh, there it is. Oh, holy shit! Okay. That killed me. That did damage and killed me. What? That did damage and killed me. None of my summons are surviving his midair like big boy attack. That's just not gonna happen. That's gonna kill whoever's alive, I'm pretty sure. Alright, buddy. We like that attack. We don't like it when you do it twice. Just being real with you. Did not mean to run. It's okay. Ah. The timing of that attack is real tough. Oh, that's... Okay, he blocked it. You gotta keep blocking. So I can get in range. Shit, I was out. I was out of juice. Oh, I gambled on that one. I need Sippy. Double Sippy. You can't reach me from that, I know that. Oh, that's not good. Oh, go run! Guard! Oh, that hit him. No, the dog!
I promise you, 1,000-year voyage guided
thought I had a
by
window.
compassion.
Goes. We regenerate stamina like a good boy. We dodge. We didn't go for the double, so we get a hit in. We dodge those. And get hit by that, just like usual. Get hit by that, it's fine. still going. Oh, he was just still going the whole time. Jesus. Okay, swords cross like that is a bad attack. We don't like that attack. That's rough. That was just a lot. I was trying to stay caught up with the dodges there, but I just kept getting ticked. Every swing having 2 hitboxes eventually wore me down. Can I get protection of the Erdtree off after a summon? Let's find out. Yes. Quick. Oh, wrong button. He's pissed. Fair enough. Oh, let me... Did not get the critical. Olga, where are you? Help me! Okay, protection of the Erdtree is in the rotation from here on out. Need to remember to use that one. That's gonna keep her down. I'm dead. Fuck! Fuck that move. Phase 2 of that move is deadly. I was just in the middle of an attack. Couldn't get out of there. Ugh. Just the way he follows it up. I think maybe you go forward. I think maybe you're supposed to go forward. That probably would have helped, but... Alright. Another one. We set up our protection. If I push the right button this time, maybe I won't get clobbered. Nope, just kidding. To be fair, though, the only reason I got clobbered is because I pushed the fucking roll button when I'm supposed to. Oh, okay. Yeah. That was kind of bad. No, just the one hit there? Alright. Not as good as last time. How did he... Did you guys see that shit? Bro. That was definitely not my smartest choice. We might just throw this one in the dumpster. Fuck me. Fuck. Not ideal. Not fucking ideal at all, dude. Okay, we dodge. Oh, I was ready for it. I don't. I just obliterated it before I can even catch up to it. God damn that attack! This is the really bad one. Fuck me. That was a bad go. That's a bad go. I'll take that. It's a lot to look at. I wonder if I don't even have like an even... You know, I was thinking about maxing out a couple of other potential spirits to try. 'Cause I am getting whomped. Got the spell off, which still helps a lot. Sometimes the rocks just fall in your favor. Oh, I should have rolled that too early. That's bad. Oh, I actually reflected that spell. No huggies. Give me that knockdown. Bubbles. Oh, he did that on... And I completely whiffed my opening. That's all I got. Honestly, my ally might kill him before I can get in range. Die! I just went, man. I just went for it. I said, fuck it. He dies or I die. Woo! All right. He did. I just had to go for it at that point. Holy shit. 500,000 runes. Let's read his remembrance. Power of its namesake. In their childhood, Mikola saw in Radahn a lord, his strength and his kindness that stood in stark contrast with their afflicted selves. And so Mikola made his heartfelt wish that Radahn would one day be his king consort. Who? Blair, there's a thingy in the center there. You see that? I want to look around this place though. What's this called? Gate of Divinity. Interesting. Let's take a little nap. Let's take a little rest. I'll go ahead and spend these. Guess what? One more point of faith. You know it. You knew what it was going to be. Wow, I did it. Hopefully I didn't fucking lag in the middle of that kill. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not actually assuming that's the final boss yet. But if that was the final boss, way better final boss than the base game. Like, both parts. I just felt like the telegraphs were better. I will say the second phase is a clusterfuck, but I think that they did a really good job of not giving you some wiggle room to make mistakes and also learn from them over time. And I think the other thing that was really good about it was that the bubble did save my life. I did use my tools about as effectively as I could have in many circumstances there. I ended up these freezing. I didn't even try these. And these were honestly better for just like early attempts at getting better progress and learning more of the fight. It really does come down to knowing some of the timings on some of those sword swings, which are hard. However, I also counteracted that by just kind of being a little sturdy, using my shield, tanking some damage, and Lutel staying on silent. That motherfucker got 3 shots sometimes, okay? I'm sorry, but he wasn't blocking. He has a shield that's bigger than mine, and he wasn't blocking. Was that the attempt that I reflected that spell too? I don't think it was. Man, that would have been a good little extra insult to injury. He threw that one spell at me and I fucking reflected that shit. Anyway, I actually had a decent amount of fun with that boss, as hard as it was. And I think it's just because they finally made a big humanoid enemy not be just massively oppressive with how frequently they were attacking. He had some combo strings for sure, and some of his fluidity between strikes and how much recovery time he needed sometimes was a little wacky. But I feel like it didn't abuse it that much, and that's always been my frustration with so many bosses in this game. And I meant to come back and say that about Mesmer too. I actually thought Mesmer ended up being a fairly well-rounded fight. Both of the second phases of these humanoid type enemies not being like knockout, drag out slugfests and being like relatively quick to push down, even at 2/3 HP on this one. I just actually really felt like a couple of the big bosses here. Oh, there's somebody here. Oh, my homies. I just felt like a couple of the big bosses here actually felt good. Mesmer and Radon here, and even that Finger Queen was okay. I think the only one, well, I didn't even really hate what's his name? Midra. I thought Midra was kind of fine as well. They all ended up being fine. You know, an hour or a couple hours of attempts on a boss, that's like I think a normal amount for a hard boss. It doesn't feel anything like the bullshit they pull with Melania. And I struggled with Elden Beast and what the fuck was his name? I have Radagast stuck in my head, which I know is wrong. What the hell is his name? You don't get a remembrance for him because of Elden Beast. Why can't I think of his name? Is it on any of these? Rutabaga? Hold on. I'm going to find it. I'm going to remember it. Marika's male form is the one I'm struggling with. I can't get it. And you have to fight him before you fight the Elden Beast. And I didn't like either of those fights. Radagon. That's why I had Radagas stuck in my head. Radagon, yeah. Radagon. I didn't like either of those fights. I actually didn't like either Radagon, Elden Beast. I also didn't like Horaloo. Like, none of the final trio of bosses of the base game I found enjoyable. I thought they were just nutty bullshit. Just obnoxious, constant attack spam. And the range that Elden Beast could get to was stupid. The size of the AoEs on Radagon was dumb. This motherfucker had an arena-wide stomp attack. Bullshit. I really feel like they found a sweet spot here with some of the iconic bosses in this, which I guess I have remembrances for all of them, right? The only boss that I think is forgettable on the DLC is Gaius. I don't think Commander Gaius was that good of a choice. I don't know what I would do to fix it. I feel like that was unnecessarily annoying. But like, I thought a lot of these were very interesting, and I had a pretty good time fighting most of them. Rolana. I mean, I'm not talking about whatever changes they made to him. I don't care. I don't care what was wrong with him.
Tell me, Tarnished, for whom do you fight? How very glib.
That doesn't matter to me. They release bosses broken and buggy all the fucking time. This is why, and I will say this now, and I will say it the next From Software game that releases, and the next one, and the next one. Do not play these games on launch. You will just have a worse time than if you wait like 2 months for them to put out some patches and fix all the bugs. They do a terrible job of testing this shit. Often. It's been the case for so many of their games where they come out and there is some really obnoxious or really broken or really frustrating thing. Just, they're never going to get better if people always rush to play their games on release and then complain about how buggy or stupid something is instead of just waiting like 2 or 3 months and playing it then. I'm going to stand my ground on that forever. And ultimately, you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to say what I'm going to do. I don't play these fuckers on release, and there is a specific reason, and it's because they do not know how to quality control very well. Which sucks because really, most of the time, it's like a 10%, 90% scenario. If no one rushes into play all the final things. I don't know, play test it, make Miyazaki play this horse shit that he poops out every few years. Make him play it. I think he should play it. Anyway. Let's where are my homies at? Are they out front? Oh, I don't think they're alive. No, I don't think they're alive. Nope, even though I didn't bring him in, they did not survive. Well, might as well take their stuff. Wow, Furious Blade of Onspok. Obsidian. What did he? Cleaves through enemies, arcane scaling, Bloodflame Blade summoned from side of hand. That's kind of cool. Viciously keen and slender scythe made for combat. Dynastic sickle play. Then you can cosplay as him. Slightly enhances Blood Oath and Dynastic skills. Increases arcane. Concealed weapon. It's a fist weapon. Sleep evermore. Cool. Well, rip to those goats who helped me beat Leda. And let's go touch the orb in the center of the room, I suppose, right? I mean... I do want to... Can I horse? Of course not. Let me just... I want to go up to this thing. Like, that's obvious that that's a thing there. I'll go check it out later. I'm so curious about the visual design here. The... Hot take, guys. I don't think these people wanted to die. Like, is this just a giant thing made of fucking bodies? Oh, we can't even go up there. I actually really wanted to go up there and see what was on the other side. Gate of Divinity, huh? Interesting. Well done. All right. Let's touch the orb. Do any of these talk about? Anything? Would you like some lore? I will gather lore on my own. Don't you worry. All right. Touch memory. Okay. I touch it. And engage boss rush mode.
Lord brother. I'm going to be a god. If we honor our part of the vow, promise me you'll be my consort. I'll make the world a gentler place.
Circlet of light. Equipable. The circle of light which adorned Miquella's head as he returned in divine aspect. It has begun to fade into nothingness. Slightly boost intelligence, faith, and arcane while also boosting the power of Miquella's light. This circle was to be the very foundation upon which Miquella's Age of Compassion would be built should it have ever come to pass. Okay. That it, huh? anything. I wonder if it unlocks a different ending. So let's go to here. Although I don't know if I can even view the different ending because I already chose an ending for this character / save file, so that may not matter. But we'll go inside really quick. If it will let me. Oh, it won't. Can't you teleport inside? Am I crazy? I thought there was a site of grace on the inside. Well, I do wonder if you have that crown, if it works like the, who is that? Oh, merchant? Merchant. If it works like the runes that you can get. Because those are what unlock the endings. Wait. War Counselor Eiji's there? I thought he died. Didn't I kill him? On Ronnie's route? Oh. Maybe not. I thought you were dead.
Well, my last war comes. Lady Rani, along the dark path of Imperium. Now, Lady Rani, I pray that you...
Right, okay. So, I said I would do this. I want to go to this isolated divine tower. I think I might remember how to get there. Or, I think I might have seen how to get there. From here, maybe? I thought there was a teleport inside. I think if you go to the old round table location here in the capital, no horse. I think I have to remember where that is. Over there, maybe? I think there's a teleport. I want to try to find that teleport. Actually, can you still go there, even in the Ashen City? You might not be able to. The Ashen Capital might lock you out of going there, now that I think about it. So it may be boned. Maybe that's why I didn't do it. It's because I literally can't. I'm just going to look it up. What do we care? Game done. We're calling DLC done. Isolated Divine Tower. After defeating Malekith, the only way is through the Tower of Return, southwest in the Weeping Peninsula. I was right, by the way. It says, reaching the site of grace, the isolated divine tower can be reached by taking the Waygate from the Divine Bridge in Lanedale Royal Capital, which I can't get to anymore because that is only accessible prior to burning the Erdtree, which I have obviously already done. So, but it says it can be done in 2 ways. There's a chest at the Tower of Return that will warp me to that spot. So we need to go to there, which I have to do that Tower Return southwest in the Weeping Peninsula. Which is this, right? Tower of Return. Okay. That other spot might have been closer. What up, boys? You are not strong enough to fight me. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think honesty is the best policy. You are not strong enough to fight me. Don't try. Whoop. Alright. We go. Take me away. Take me away. Yeah, so this is normally you can access this. This is the old night. This is the old Round Table Hold, and you can access this area when the capital isn't all ashy by going through this door right here. But once the capital is all filled with ash, it closes. So then you just have to remember that you can get teleported up here. Very early in the game, mind you. Very, very early in the game to end up here. This is a bad place to be. Oh. There you go. I think this guy wakes up. You gotta kill him. He's gonna regret having done that. Oops. I think you have to kill him. What I meant was I'm gonna kill him for fun, and I have been here. I have been here. In fact, I think I even took this teleporter out to the isolated tower. Can you see it from here? No, it's pointing the wrong direction. I think the reason it was on my map is because I came here before I knew how to open the door. Yeah. This is the only way to get here, is through that one spot. Yep, isolated divine tower, and I think I tried to open this but previously, and it didn't open because I didn't have the room. Because when I found this and came here, I didn't even know about Melania. I wouldn't have even been able to give you a guess about what might have been going on there. So we just go up. This is just closing a hole. A small gap, if you will. Are you weird for thinking that wasn't much of an ending? No. But what's the story of the game? What's the story of the DLC? And the only reason I mention that is because that's just how these are. You watched me play Bloodborne, which I think maybe gave you a bit of a false sense of the kind of narrative that From Software likes to tell, that Miyazaki likes to tell. Saying that many of Miyazaki or From Software's Souls-like games have strong narratives is vastly overstating the truth of the matter. Most of the time, you are an unknown character dropped into a world full of a bunch of very important individuals, and you just kind of murder your way through it, and ultimately that ends up doing something that nobody really tells you explicitly exactly why you might want to do that thing, just that thing has now happened. Does that make sense? So, and like I said, I'm pretty sure. So I was trying to explain this, but I think I didn't use my words very good. The endings of the game, the full Elden Ring game, if I had started a new file, the endings of the game are based on key items that you get. Yeah, I wasn't talking about anything not made by From Software. So, the endings of the game are based on key items that you get. And basically, having access to certain things allows you to choose an ending in this game. The purpose of which is basically to close the loop on the very basic narrative. Well, do you remember how the base game ended? That's what I'm trying to get at. The base game ends with you making a choice. You can choose to reforge the Elden Ring a few different ways, and doing so causes you to become the Elden Lord, and you reign over an age in the world that you do not get to see. It just says, thus an age of blank was brought to the land, or something along those lines, right? The whole narrative of Elden Ring is that previously this world established order via the guidance of an outer god that sent the Elden Beast and brought literally the concept of order and the concept of gold, and like this idea of... What do you mean failed to send? I see the message that you sent about the Pantheon. I see it. Did you send another message? So what I chose to do, one of the endings that isn't reforging the Elden Ring, there's 2 or 3 endings that aren't reforging. I'll pull up the list. Elden Ring endings. I'll pull up the list. And the whole point of this is I believe that doing the DLC unlocks an additional ending option. That's the gist of what I'm about to say. There are 6 endings. The Age of Stars ending and the Lord of Frenzied Flame ending are endings where you throw away the order brought by the Elden Ring and its ability to shape the world, and for the Lord of Frenzied Flame, basically you give in, you allow the outer god of madness to win out. Let me see if I can. I'll just scroll to it really quick. In the Lord of Frenzy Flame ending, the Tarnished goes down a different path to become the Lord of Frenzy Flame. If the Frenzy Flame is inherited before the events of the Forge of the Giants, Melina leaves the Tarnished company. This ending sees the Tarnished take up the mantle of the Lord of Chaos and tasked with burning the world, along with the mistakes of the Greater Will, all existing sin, torment, fracture, and curse, to unite everything and everyone in one big melting pot from which there is no return. So that is... You're supposed to finish the DLC before you finish the base game. Yeah, it's presented as a side. Like, I did not have to finish the base game to gain access to the DLC. All I had to do was get to Moog. And you can get to Moog without even beating, like I said, Horalu and Elden Beast and Radagon. Those three, that trio of bosses, you do not want to fight them. In fact, according to this, the Forge of the Giants is actually like sort of a critical point. It's a point of no return in this game. Doing a bunch of things prior to that gets you some extra stuff. But also, I'm scrolling through this. At least the wiki is not updated to say that the item that I got. Who the hell put off beating the game for, 2 years to wait for a DLC? Nobody, but they would start new characters. If you start a new character, if you do New Game Plus... No, see, you think it's stupid because you're not listening to what I'm saying. You can just New Game Plus. I could have done that. I could have New Game Plus, gone through, gotten to Moog, beat him again, gain access to the DLC, done all of that prior to finishing the game, and had it done in one fell swoop. Like, people make more than one character and play through these games again. It's kind of the point. There are 6 endings, and I got locked into one of them. In order to see any of the other endings, I would have to play the game at least 2 more times to get the Lord of Frenzied Flame ending, because I did Stars with Ronnie. There's the Lord of Frenzied Flame ending, and then there's just the general Elden Lord ending. So, like, this is a minimum 3 playthrough game to get all achievements and get all endings. Because technically all of the Elden Lord endings are pretty similar. The only difference is basically what kind of age you usher in. There's the Age of Fracture, which is... If you just mend the Elden Ring and don't choose to use a mending rune, that's like the super base. You can get that ending in like 40 hours of gameplay or less if you're particularly good. The fractured ending is very basic. You don't do any side stuff, and you just remake it the way that Marika made it, and you take her place as Elden Lord. That's it. The Age of the Duskborn ending is if you do Fia's questline and get the Mending Rune of the Death Prince. I actually fucked that questline up by killing her because I thought that's what she wanted, and that's not what you do. So the one boss that I've never killed in this game and the one questline that I've never finished in this game is Fia's questline because I killed her when I wasn't supposed to. I was just supposed to rest a bunch of times at the Grace. I didn't know. So I can't get that ending without doing New Game Plus. There's the Age of Order ending, which you have to do the Gold Mask and Brother Corin questline. I also did not complete that. I don't remember why. I think I missed a step. I do not have the Mending Rune of Perfect Order, so that is not an option for me currently. And then there is the Blessing of Despair ending, which is the Dung Eater quest, gives you a Mending Rune of the Fell Curse. And I don't think I saw that in my inventory either, actually. I may have missed basically all of these endings. But anyway, so those are all the base ones, and then there's the Lord of Frenzied Flame, which is, like Fuzzy said, kill everyone. And if you accept the frenzied flame early enough, you can actually turn Melina against you. And she has like a little bit extra dialogue and a small extra cutscene at the end if you get to that spot before doing the Forge of Giants stuff, which I did not do. I also can't do that ending anymore, and I wouldn't want to. And then the Age of the Stars ending is the idea that instead of going back to the Elden Ring and trying to fix it or modify it in some way with these other with this other knowledge that you gained on your way through the world, you basically say, fuck all that. Marika's shit was busted as hell. We're going to usher in a completely different type of era. It says the land between is left without a lord for the first time in an age, because Ranni basically, instead of mending Elden Ring, the Tarnished summons Ranni the Witch in front of Marika's remains. Ranni supplants Marika as the Empyrean goddess and takes the Tarnished as her Elden Lord. She brings about an end to the Golden Order, establishing an order of her own. Order is capitalized. It's important. Because it's a concept. It's a higher concept than just the idea of a word. It's like a force in this setting. Establishing an order of her own, and in doing so, she removes the influence of the Greater Will from the lands between. The Greater Will, as I said, that's the outer god. That's the outer god that sent the Elden Beast, that blessed Marika, and sent the Two Fingers. All that stuff is from the Greater Will. She leaves the lands between together with the Tarnished and takes her order with her on a journey meant to last 1,000 years. As a result of her absence, the lands between is left without a lord for the first time in an age. So, anyway, all that said, as I'm looking at this page, it looks like I am wrong about the usage of the crown that we got. It does not appear to have any sort of bonus ending. The only thing that we've done, the thing to keep in mind, the story of the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC is us just stopping another Empyrean's attempt to rule this land through whatever force they want to exert. Miquella's, in his defense, is via compassion. He wants things to be gentler. He wants to relieve the suffering and all of the bad stuff in the lands between. But it is ultimately still sort of like an imperialistic, or like it's a dynastic age that they want to that Miquella wants to enforce, right? He wants to basically just be like, I'll become the god, I'll become the Empyrean ascended to godhood, and I will fix all of the problems. But one of the things that you do throughout Elden Ring is you consistently dunk on Empyreans attempting to exert their superpower will on this land that you see. Because what we know about Marika's doing of that, Marika was the first one to do that. What we know about her sort of conquest via Horalu is that she ultimately, like, all of this, like, Golden Order and this like the Erdtree and the sort of cycle of life and death that took place in the lands between during Marika's like reign was fucked. It didn't work. It has tons of problems. It is not a sustainable cycle. And that's sort of what you see on your journey, is all the remnants, all the damage that she did during her time. And one of the through lines of the narrative in the game is that as a tarnished, we return to the lands between. We were here. Our lineage was here during Marika's conquest. Hoaralou is the tarnished king in that sense. He was our champion. He was the first Elden Lord before Marika banished him and all of his people. And she did that so that she could sort of hide the atrocities that she committed on her conquest. So she yeeted all these people who helped her out of the lands between. Our return comes after she has realized the flaw in... She's seen the mistakes. She knows that what she's done, it would take a singularly powerful being to right the wrongs that she has done. In that realization, she destroys her own creation, the Elden Ring, the thing that's binding the order of the lands between. She's the one who breaks it. It's shown to be Radagon that is physically doing it, which is why you fight him where that event takes place inside the Erdtree. She smashes that thing and then basically lays in wait for somebody else to be able to prove that they are worthy of claiming the title of, becoming an Elden Lord and choosing the future of this land instead. So that's the idea. That's the goal and the journey. That's the simplest way to put it. The Tarnished returns to make right what Marika fucked up, and the only way to do that is to become strong enough to beat her in combat, destroy the creature that is still fueling this age of order, the Elden Beast sent by the Greater Will. And once you've done all that, you can try again. You can start again. It's the idea of like sort of a rebirth in the lands between. So we have to and so this DLC presents one final opponent who would stand in our way of doing that, but like in a different place is all. If we didn't go through the lands between, if we didn't follow Miquella's trail through, or if we didn't go through the shadow, the realm of the Shadow Tree there, if we didn't do that and track him down and kill him too, he would have been there at the end to try and stop us from becoming the Elden Lord, just like all of the other foes through the base game. So that's why the DLC is important, and that's why the story is there, and that's why it's there to be sought after whenever you want. That's why it has a completely separate leveling. Like the way that the DLC is scaled is separate from the base game. So you can approach it pretty much any point you're strong enough to fight Moog and beat him. You can go into the DLC at that point in time, and you can explore it because it is another threat to be dealt with, and they've presented it in the game as DLC, but as something that expands on the side instead of expanding directly on top of or after. Does that make sense? So, and this, to be clear, is the way that From Software prefers to do DLC. In all of the games that I can think of, you do not have to have beaten the base game in order to engage with the DLC. Bloodborne's like that. Dark Souls 3 is like that. Dark Souls 2 is like that. Dark Souls 1 is like that. They build these DLC areas on the side of the base game and put some requirement for accessing it that acts as like a bit of like a power or level check to make sure that they can build that at a certain difficulty and scale it up from there. And in fact, this DLC is the best way that they've done that so far, because in all of the other games that I just referenced, going through the DLC gets you typically more powerful items than you're going to find in the base game during your journey to whatever's left of the end. And you usually end up being overpowered if you do the DLC in the other games. But since this game has a separate leveling system for its DLC, some of the items are definitely stronger. This anvil that I found that I womped on stuff with for like the second half of the DLC, there's nothing quite as strong as that in the base game from as far as I'm concerned. So there is a little bit of that. There's still some power scaling that you're going to have no matter what. But it's a lot better than going into the DLC in Dark Souls 3 at like, I don't know, level 60, we'll say. It doesn't really matter what level. You find the DLC, you go in and you do the 2 DLC chunks in the DLC bits. If you go in and do them, then you come out at a higher level than you went in. And if you and then you can still go and finish the base game. The other thing that I will point out, Bloodborne in particular, you probably don't recall this. I played Bloodborne so late after its release that you don't know this, but I know this. The old Hunters DLC that came out for Bloodborne, if you finish the base game of Bloodborne, you have to New Game Plus to keep playing. You can't just load your save file and go do the DLC when it came out. So that's just the way that they tend to do things. The intention, a lot of players do DLC of From Software games on New Game Plus, because most of the time clearing the final boss and rolling credits in a From Software game does not allow you to reload your save file. The only way you can load that save file again is by starting New Game Plus. So Elden Ring is actually unique in that you do not need to do New Game Plus in order to get to the DLC. I had already rolled credits. We had already seen an ending of this game, but I could still load my character and run around in the world and do other stuff, and that allowed me to go back to where the DLC was accessible and just jump right in. There is a world where, had they not enabled that and only allowed you to load your character again by starting New Game Plus, where we would have played all the way through fucking Elden Ring again to get to Moog in order to get to the DLC for me to play it. So just keep that in mind when you're like freaking out and throwing your arms up in the air like, oh my god, the DLC isn't linear, it's tangential? How could they do that? Yeah, it's actually a fucking blessing in disguise, because we didn't have to play a 100-hour video game to get to the 80-hour DLC, okay? So, zip it. Also, yes, I already knew that. I already knew that Moog's dead body was used to resurrect Radahn. That's the thing where I was talking about it on Saturday, where I have been listening to what the game has told me about what the goal was, what the objectives were, why things were interesting. That was that scroll that we found that we gave to people that was talking about resurrecting a god's soul into a consort, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Yes, that thing. Yes. So the ending is really just there to... Oh, yeah, no, I don't think so. No, I don't think there's anything... I don't think there's anything fun that happens from the emote. And you shouldn't be on Reddit. If you want answers to any From Software game, as much as I hate to promote it because Fextra Life is a fucking cringe, awful, garbage, cesspool piece of shit, but... It is the best From Software resource, depressingly. So that is where you should be. And if you just search, what was the We Go Together? Was that what it was called? Gestures? Oh, let us go together. Yeah, it doesn't have anything special. No, it doesn't do anything special. Well, let's see. It looks like there is a cut ending and trivia section for Mikola. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Do. There is a cut ending found in the Shadow of the Erdtree game files associated with Mikola's Age of Compassion. He says a bunch of stuff. Contains fully voice-acted dialogue as well as unused animations. There is a mod on Nexus Mods which restores this ending and allows the player to yield to Mikola at the Gate of Divinity. So there was a cutscene that theoretically you could just give up, but they cut it. Another unnamed cut ending found in the base game files where Mikola says to the Tarnish, some blah blah blah. Originally going to be Elden Ring's 7th ending, available after beating the base game final boss. Cut NPC dialogue confirms that Mikola is Saint Trina. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, here you go. There is cut dialogue in the endgame boss that was left in the game files. I am Radon, born of red-maned Radagon, and Renala of the Full Moon, a lion bred for battle. The context and usage of the word bred suggests that Mikola meant to use Radon as a tool to usher in his age of compassion, and implies that his age would have been similarly violent as Marika's was when she used Godfrey / Horalu to quell all opposition to the Erdtree. So, anyway, there's so there was a cut ending that maybe you could have gotten, or a cut scene where you could have maybe used the emote to yield or indicate that you wanted to yield. But yeah, that doesn't... it's not still in the game. So stay mad. Stay mad. Yay. That's my secret. I'm always mad. But yeah, I mean the reward here boosting, it says it slightly boosts intelligence, faith, and arcane. I wonder by how much. Let's look. One point for each. So it's not super good as far as stats go, but it is neat. So, you know, you get the item for completing it, and but mostly the objective of that DLC, again, the whole idea of that DLC is very similar to the idea of the base game, which is honestly, compared to all of the Empyreans and the people seeking to become the Elden Lord, and fighting their way up to do battle against Marika Radagon to prove that they're capable. Mikola is the only one that we actually saw who could have made like a real attempt, because all of the other Empyreans besides Ranni, and reminder that Ranni is born not of Marika but of well, no, Ranni is Radagon and Renala's kid, so she is directly descended from Marika as well, just via a weirder scenario than something straightforward. Like Mikola and Melania are literally they are full-blooded Marika children, because Marika gave birth to Melania and Mikola, twins, by herself, because they are Marika and Melania and Mikola are Radagon and Marika's kids, and Radagon and Marika are the same person. So they have, I think, I'm trying to remember, there's a few other god children, Empyrean children, like Godwyn and Ranni. I don't think that they were like Melania and Mikola, though. I think that they were born of a different union. Godwyn may be born from Marika and Godfrey, and Ranni born from Radagon and Renala. So, anyway, a lot of the people that we fought on our journey up through the lands between weren't really vying to be Elden Lord, but they did stand in opposition of the order that Marika created being changed, so they were still foes to be defeated. People like Renala, and Morgott. Was that who that was? Morgott, yep. Rykard. Rykard was amongst the children of... Okay, yeah, Renala and Radagon. So Rykard and Ranni and Radon are all children of Renala and Marika Radagon. So, and like I said, Melania and Mikola are born directly from Radagon Marika by themselves. Melania is daughter to Queen Marika and Radagon. And I think Godric was from Godfrey's lineage, but actually not. I'm surprised he had a great rune. Yeah, no, I mean, well, and also keep in mind that there's two, what's right here? Oh, would you look at that? It's 2 fingers, because Marika. What we sort of briefly learned from a few of the items we found. Let me pull up that spell. Wasn't that, or it was it's the braid I have equipped. What was her prayer, her wish, her confession? There is no one left to answer, and Marika never returned home again. Queen Marika's offering to the grandmother. And then we also found that spell. The tree spell. Marika bathed the village of her home in gold, knowing full well that there was no one to heal. So, the Marika basically, from what I can tell, appears to have had contact with the Greater Will and decided that she would protect the embodiment of its order, which is the Elden Beast, that the Greater Will wanted to send to the lands between. And so she went on a crusade and took over the lands between in order to do that. And that's like all of her power comes from her commitment and her faith and her belief in the Greater Will. That was all her thing. And so really the gene pool is actually, it's the Greater Will imposing its afflictions on her children from her contact with it, is kind of the idea that I draw from it. So it's basically like she wanted to do this thing for this, this outer god, but it in turn, it ruined her. And that's kind of like, that's just what outer gods do. Like they don't really care about the little people that they step on, the ants that are in the way of their objective. So Mesmer and his sister are the outliers? Are they? I thought it made it pretty clear on his thingy. I guess not on his remembrance. Let me check his weapons. Check his items. I feel like I remember reading. Does he have gear? Rolana does. Alcath veteran Radon. Oh, Mesmer. That boy needs some pants. Nothing explicit in there. Yeah, nothing really mentioned there. I'm trying to think if I have any other items that are associated with him. Yeah, you keep mentioning a sister that I don't think is ever actually explicitly stated by anything. Like, I don't have any items that reference him having a sister. You've done that like the whole time I've been playing this, but no character has made mention of it. No item has made mention of it that I've been able to find anywhere. His flame. The spell? Or a spell? Key item. Oh, I think I already used it. I don't think I still have it. I think it gets consumed when you... when you burn the tree. So I don't... it should be in here. I'll have to look it up. Did I really not leave a window open? That wasn't very smart. Does it not say anywhere on this page? That's nutty. Oh, Mesmer's kindling. Oh, Mesmer, much like his younger sister. Bore a vision of fire. Oh. Mentions that the kindling for the Erdtree must be of one who envisions the flame. Finger reader, a random finger reader. Huh. Boy, taking the line "one who envisions the flame" to confirm that Melina is the younger sister of Mesmer. That's a wild leap from one line of dialogue. I wouldn't say I buy it. But it's also not that interesting without any more context than that, even if it's true. It's like, okay. That doesn't really mean anything, though. Although apparently she does mention... After defeating Morgott, she offers a new accord to bring her to the Flame of Ruin far above the clouds, set the Erdtree aflame, have additional dialogue. She'll remind the player of the new goal in the land of the giants. She can then be spoken to a second time. She will say that although her purpose was given to her by her mother, she is now acting of on her own volition and has set her heart upon the world she would have regardless of her mother's designs. But it's like... almost every important NPC is related to Marika in some way in this video game. So it's like... Okay, that's just one younger sister that's referenced. Like... where do you delineate who is directly related to somebody just because Marika was their mom? Because if that's the case, like, technically Ronnie is probably Mesmer's younger sister, and like the list goes on. I don't know. Part of the problem that I actually have with this lore is just the idea that one individual person birthed so many... That's a half-sister, not a cousin sister. Because if you share the same parent as somebody, but then have a differing other parent, you are half-siblings. So if your mom and my mom were the same people, but we had different dads, we would be half-brothers, not cousin brothers. We have the same parent, but not the same parents. That's what half is for. Half, so be half-sister. But it's like, this game doesn't delineate or distinguish that at all. And they write themselves into a clusterfuck here where it's like, name a major NPC that doesn't have a direct lineage to either Marika or Radagon. Can you? Not really. Snake Girl. So you don't know her name, which is going to disqualify her as being an important NPC. Snake Girl? Who the fuck are you talking about? Snake Girl. The one from the manor. What? Are you talking about Tanith? She's not a major NPC. She barely has a quest line. Rykard is the major NPC of the manor. You're talking about Tanith? No. No. I'll just say no. Try again. But also don't keep trying. My point stands on it. You don't need to try to prove me wrong. My point is not provably wrong. That's why I made the point. Is that too many motherfuckers in this game are related to Marika / Radagon, and it creates a clusterfuck family tree that reading one line of dialogue on one item and relating it to one other line of dialogue is not that interesting. It's not that cool. Because for all we know, Marika had like 50 fucking kids. So it's like, yeah, they're all related because they all have her as a mom. Saying that Melina is related to Melania, not that interesting. Or Mikola, not that interesting. Melania and Mikola are also related to Mesmer. Not that interesting. You could just throw a dart at a dartboard, and if it lands on an M name, they were probably given birth to by Marika because that's how they decided to make this game. All the male children of Marika Radagon have R names. All the female children, not necessarily, because Mikola is a bit of a weird case, and Mesmer, I guess, is male. But they literally were just like, if Marika was the mom, that kid has an M name. If Radagon was the dad, that kid has an R name. And so all of the NPCs that fall under that category are all half brothers or half sisters to all of the other ones. And it basically stops being meaningful at a certain point. Again, it's like a small nitpick that I have with talking about this game in any substance. Of the twins, who is older? Which twins? Are you talking about Mikola and Melania? I think Melania's thing says that she's the older of the two. But they're twins, so it doesn't matter. Oh no, her Great Rune doesn't say it. Something of hers says... Something of hers says something about the fact that I think she was older. But they're twins! So who cares? What if they were born at the same fucking time? And you might be like, oh, well, you know, Mikola's clearly the younger one because he's young. Yeah, he doesn't age. So how would you know? The fact that they are twins might be... No. It's because they were born of Marika. If they were born of Marika, they get an M name. If they were born of Radagon, they get an R name. Ronnie, Radon, Mikola, Melania, Melina, like... It's literally just like, what form was the person in when they had the kid, and that determines, do you get the M name or do you get the R name? Like I said, I misspoke when I was saying it was gender-based. It's not gender-based because Mesmer also has Marika as a mother, but is male. But he gets the M name because he has Marika as a mother and not Radagon as a father. Even though, again, just to really drive this point home, that is the same fucking person. Somehow, for no justifiable reason, they decided to extra complicate any discussions about any NPCs and their family trees and histories by being like, oh yeah, actually, yeah, people call Radagon Marika and Marika Radagon because they're the same person. I do think it is not necessarily a chicken and egg scenario, though. I do think Marika is the original. I think from what we saw at the village in the hinterlands, I do think Marika is that's how she started. And then she just is able to present herself as Radagon as well, we'll just say through magic. And it doesn't really matter beyond that. It's magic, and that's fine. That's all great and dandy. So, anyway, I'm going to be done with this video game forever. I do think that this game has some good things about it. I think I would generally rate it a little bit lower than a Dark Souls experience because of its size and because of the difficulty arms race that's occurring between From Software and the players that I don't enjoy. And I also really don't much care for George R.R. Martin's inclusion, or the fact that they felt absolutely compelled to name everything with a G, an M, or an R because of that. I find that to be one of the things that is esoteric about this game that I find to be actively annoying. I would rather have 200 unique names and try to remember all of them than 200 names but constantly trip over my own tongue trying to remember how many L's, N's, R's, M's are in the name in order to pronounce it correctly. Like the fact that they literally said, you know what? We had a character named Renala, but what if she had a sister named Rolana? And it's like, you motherfuckers, you just put the L where the N's were and the N's where the L was. That's it. That's all they did. And that's so fucking annoying to me. Can you use the new Radon sword? I can go look at it. I did forget we needed to look at the things from the Remembrance. Great Sword of Radon, Lord and Light. Promised consort, light speed slash. They are int scaling swords, but are big strength. Colossal swords. Great swords of black steel, wielded by Radon in his youth, pair of weapons decorated with a lion mane motif. These were in his possession immediately before his triumph over the stars. The swords of a lord who does not rely on physical strength and gravity alone. Wield the two great swords of light of Mikola, then deliver a slashing attack accompanied by columns of light. Additionally, put two follow-up attacks. Luminous form, leap forward, deliver a downward slash speed of light. Additional light attack, charge increase power skill and number of follow-up attacks. Interesting. And you get Light of Mikola. 72 faith. Again, they fuck me over so hard by being like, you know what? The cool faith spell, final boss. Would it be good against that boss in another playthrough? No. Is it good against many bosses? No. But you get it. Was there another one that I didn't look at? No, I think that was the only... Oh, I guess I didn't look at this one. The mother fingers, the microcosm raised aloft over the crux they form. Staff fashioned from the tail fingers of Metyr. Catalyst for casting both sorceries and incantations. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Received signs from the greater will from the beyond of the microcosm. Despite being broken and abandoned, she kept waiting for another message to come. Sad. Cow Tower's resentment. The head? Oh, it is the head. Oh, God. Wielded as a weapon without modification. Ugh. From within the center of the fingerprint that wrinkles the creature's foremost protrusion, a tiny wart-like eye gazes vacantly into the beyond. Ugh. Golly. Yuck, dude. Yuck. Roadie. I looked at those. We looked at those. Butterflies. $33 faith. Interesting. Arcane scaling rot weapon. Rot halberd. And I know I looked at those and looked at those and had that and looked at that and looked at those. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that'll be it, guys. We're going to start Spooky Month. I did it. I finished the DLC. DLC summer is officially over. We're into Spooky Month. I'm going to start that on Thursday. I've had on my short list of games for a number of years a game that I've always wanted to play during this time, but never actually made the time to do so. And I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to finally do it this year. It actually has a sequel as well that I might be interested in playing if I enjoy the first one. Hold on 1 second. I think it's on my backlog list. Yeah, it is. It is. So I'm planning on playing that, and I will be starting that on Thursday. I don't think a lot of the stuff that I have planned I don't think is particularly long, but I am going to lose a few days this month to a vacation. So I don't want to sign myself up for too much. But with Elden Ring being done, we just have Red Dead Redemption 2 on Sundays, because I'm going to keep playing that on the Sundays throughout October. And outside of that, I'm going to be playing some number of spooky stuff. I have a bunch of games at the top of my wish list that I'm just going to kind of choose between. Some highlights that I'm not going to guarantee I'm definitely going to play, but I am considering playing. The games on my wish list on Steam right now are Crow Country, Bramble the Mountain King, Strange Horticulture, Death's Door, Little Misfortune, Night in the Woods, and the sequel to the game that I am going to start on Thursday, which is Oxenfree. I'm going to play the first game. I've never played it. And then there is a follow-up game called Oxenfree 2, Lost Signals. It is also on my wish list. So those are the games. That's the short list of stuff that I am interested in playing this October. I don't think I can play them all. I think I will have to make some choices on which ones I actually end up playing. I think my leaning right now is to play Oxenfree. I already own that one, which is why it's getting special treatment. I wanted to put it on my wish list, but I couldn't. So that's why I want to start with Oxenfree, because I already paid for that game and I've never played it. So I think it'll be a good fit for October. And then from there, Crow Country and Strange Horticulture, I think, are two that are really leading the pack as ones that I want to play. And Little Misfortune is another one that I really am interested in checking out. They all kind of have different vibes in a lot of ways. Like Strange Horticulture has mystery puzzle investigation as some tags, which is very different from Crow Country, which is survival horror and is like sort of a throwback to old Resident Evil type stuff. So there's a good mix here, but those are the games that I'm eyeballing primarily, and I have some other stuff if some of them are particularly short. You know, if Oxenfree is only a couple streams and we're done partway through Saturday, there may be a decent chance I'm going to need some backup stuff. So I haven't looked up how long most of these are. That's the list. So now you know. But like I said, Oxenfree is going to be Thursday for sure. I'm going to finally play that game that I bought. Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know. Do I want to know? Oxenfree. When did I purchase this? I'm pretty sure you can see that somehow, can't you? Show me when I bought this. If I go to the store page. Nope, I didn't do it. I don't remember. I've had this game for a really long time. It came out in 2016. So we're starting there, and we'll go from there. All right? That is it for me. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching. I hope that you enjoyed the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Like I said, I actually think it was pretty good and pretty fun. I had a pretty good time with it. It honestly didn't remind me very much of the annoyances that I had in the base game, but it's still Elden Ring, which I give like a very, very solid 8 out of 10. So, and I would say that maybe this DLC bumps that up to like an 8.5. But I did have my fun with it, and I'm ready to put this one in the rearview mirror. So, 265 hours. Level 222. There it is. Have a good rest of your day or night, or whatever time it might be for you, and I will see you guys later.